Right, I'm going to do a bit of weeding. Naturally, of course, both fields overnight. But they're also putting a little bit of growth. Which almost certainly means I will go around the edges and get a worker on it. You know, I mean, it's possible to do weeding, but my goodness me, it's not easy. Field full crop. Though at least we're only at first growth stage, it's not quite so difficult. But still, welcome back to Marwell. It's been a little while. Struggling to find the time at the moment. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a hour or so stream. Get a few more jobs done. So yeah, we've got both 15 and 18 needing to be weeded. Kind of hoping fields, oops, missed the spot. Kind of hoping fields 2 and 3 won't be too long before they get before they're ready to harvest. See, we've got Mass Ferguson 7700 with crops on, crop tyres, as I used in the last video to spray the fields, and of course this field will need another spray as well. If it's got its first growth stage, we can do that. Do look over the edge, because there's mixing sections. Trying to think what I've done since the last video. Sprayed fields 2 and 3, which I think might have been not all on the video, but some was. Also bred the horses. Oh yes, I created the first bales off field 19, so I did that sort of section next to where the woods, where the trees are, rather than the long section. Yeah, Stoll Road. And I've done that, baled that first bit. I've got 14 bales off it, and they've all been sold at the biogas plant. I made about 33,000 or something. So that's not too bad. Had a slight problem with the bales. So, and I hope it doesn't happen again today. So I created the bales and then found that they were solid. So I couldn't use either of the bale spikes that I had to pick them up, which was a bit odd. So hopefully that doesn't happen again today. getting a bit lighter. Around so we don't miss this sweep. Right, we're nearly back to the beginning. I started in this corner. So yeah, it's just a question of wondering what I didn't check. Oh, and I might have messed up. Back and do it later. Had the weeds appeared all the way down the field before I got to the bottom of the field? Not quite, but almost. That's not too bad. Okay, good. Something I always forget about. Did miss a patch on here somewhere, so we'll do that. I might. It's never easy to get weeding done on this field because it's such a funny shape. I wonder if I start on the other side for a change. We'll leave work to it, and we'll go and do some baling. We need to check up on the animals as well, actually. Should be it because I've already done this bit, so let's move out a bit. Put an extra width in might mean that he won't jump across the next field, although that does need weeding as well, so weed is sure to be busy today. I think we might need some repair work done on it halfway through actually. I'm not sure we can do this whole lot without starting to slow down. The tractor should be alright, the weeder less so. I did my spray when I was doing on here. I had to do some repair work on it just to keep it going at a decent speed. I quite like the idea of the mechanic of it, but it's great with tractors because you've got something that tells you that when you're trying to undo and you're using your equipment, there's something else entirely. Right, let's try and pick a good spot. Just bring it in a little bit. Okay, we'll leave him to it. So actually, while I think about it, not really got much to sell, have we? Don't want to sell the barley or the oats, we've only got a tiny little bit of canola. Good. Some corn, there's not a lot selling it anyway, we've got some to harvest. Right. Anyway, we need some of that for the pigs, don't we? Animals. So cleanliness needs a bit of attention over at the chickens and the pigs, and very much so at the sheep and the cows, who also have, 7,000 litres of manure. Let's do... I've got a tractor here somewhere. Oh yeah, okay. Let's do some baling first. And then, just to give us a break, we can go and clear out the animals at some point. How many have I got? I did do a little bit of this, because I just can't help myself. I can easily see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6. Okay. Let's do a trailer load. Seven. Could be 8, but let's call it 7. A little tip I got from Jim Bob, watching him doing some baling. His idea is to use your cruise control, set it to reasonable speed, so that you don't, he says he's not concentrating and overruns, so you don't overrun too much when you have to stop your baler. Very sensible idea, so thank you, Jim Bob. And actually, you know what, while we're down there, I'll do these funny little strips as well. I'll do this bit slowly, not sure how effectively he's going to pick that up. Oh, pretty effectively. There you go. I'm actually going to put that over there out the way. And I'm going to do this bit without push control on, because frankly it's not worth it. And I'll do this bit. Whoa, steady. Oh, I stopped counting. Actually, it's fine. I'll go check the session stats. Oh, well. Collecting these ain't going to be easy either. I'm not exactly leaving them in a nice straight line, am I? That I'll put them up without challenge, because they're not too bad. Actually, doing this bit's going to be a touch on the tricky side anyway. So, actually, that wasn't too bad. Nice. Oh, big chunk. Problem with these end bits. Probably do with improving my technique, to be fair. Pattern approach that I take to doing this. There's a couple of patches there, so let's try and get those. Put this back a little bit. So how are we doing? Oh yeah, that's that, isn't there? May as well do it with my sprayer rather than... Right, how are we doing? 9. Okay, 9 plus that's 16. Oh, halfway already. Great, it looks great, this field, when it's got nice windrows of grass or hay down it. Looks really good. Now we've got some up this bit that the lovely worker decided to completely cultivate out, which is, oh look, now got weeds on it. Ah, yeah, look. As I said, that's only it was planned to be done anyway after this cut, so that's fine. Just means we've lost a little bit of grass this time round, which is a bit of a shame. So productivity won't be quite so high for the field. Yield, whatever you'd like to call it. Oh, we should go check out the trees now we've had another stage of growth. I'm running at ×1 only because I don't trust that I can get both of those fields weeded before the weeds go to the next growth stage. Right, what's the next windrow to take? This one. It's 20 already? Only another 12, and actually, no, I think less. Because there are more bales than I could count from where I was. Oh, and a great big pile of grass over there. Let's go get that. Do all this sort of tidying up stuff, so that we're then just dealing with the nice straight rows. A bit more over here. Actually, should have been able to pick those up, I suppose. Oh, there's a bit that's not been windrowed. Oh no, did I miss that? Oh well, it's fine. Grab the windrow and tidy that up. It's quite unusual for me. I'm quite surprised that I missed a bit. Usually fairly fastidious about these things. Trees look awesome. Can't wait to see them fully grown. Though of course sadly we may not necessarily still be here for them to be fully grown. Oops. Oh, but yes, update on that. So things have stalled a little bit in negotiations at Oakfield, but actually I've heard of another farm that's come on the market that might be worth looking at somewhere else in England. So we might have to go and look at that. And I've also heard a rumour that there's a farm in Scotland that might be coming on the market that's supposed to be very nice. So yeah, we'll stick with where we are for now. We'll keep the negotiations at Oakfield moving forward, but slow them down a little bit. And at some point we'll have to make a decision, and we'll just see what happens. Told the one in Scotland's not been on the market for a long time, and apparently it's a very nice farm in a very nice area on the coast, so that does sound quite appealing. That'll be quite different in this one, and we'll just have to wait and see. whether it does indeed come on the market or not, and whether we, once we can have a look at it, we think it'd be a good place to be. Having never farmed in Scotland, I think it'd be quite an adventure. Quite some windrow. There's tiny little bits on there, but you know what, I'm not sure I'm that bothered about those little scraps that I missed with the windrow up. I'll leave that bit there because I can forget it in a minute. There is another line to be done. Actually, should probably keep an eye on our worker as well. See how he's doing. Yeah, it's quite chunky, this swath. I'm quite comfortable leaving bits because there is another window up there. Just because it shared the field, I ended up combining some, which might not have been such a good. It seemed like a good idea, but I'm not sure it is, because actually you get to the point where your baler really struggles to pick it all up in one pass. So I'm not sure there's an advantage to doing that really. So how is the worker doing? Doing alright. Yeah, there'll be patches there he's missed because I hadn't done them, but that's not bad at all. Well, we'll just finish off this chunky windrow so that we can come and tidy it up after we've removed the bales. Actually, put that there. Yeah, last bit. There we go. Right, pretty sure. Okay, we got a lot of bales off that section. No, that was what I wanted to do. That was what I wanted to do, but actually, oh yeah, we've just created 31, which means we've got at least, what, 38. So that's all good. So actually what I'm thinking I might do, rather than messing about, constantly taking the baler on and off and stuff, let's use the John Deere. Can't wait on, yeah we do. Whoopsie. And actually while we're at it, let's check out our trees. Yep, they're coming on alright. The older ones looking lovely. Look at that. That's just awesome. Got a couple we need to thin out. I managed to plant them too close together, so we need to do that. That is looking good. I do like that. I think even if we do move before they're ready, we'll have to come back another time. I'm considering, rather than trying to keep two farms running, given how little time I've got, I'll still do little bits on a woodside, but I think I'm going to have to focus on a map at a time, just for, you know, making progress. And there's so many good maps coming out that, you know, I'll just have one main map and a few that I dabble on, just to try out different things and that sort of stuff. And we'll do that. Trying to sort of organically develop two farms at the same time with the amount of time I've got is just, it's almost impractical. You know, I want to make progress on a main map, so I just tend not to play the other one, and so on and so forth. So just have a map where I do things like, you know, having a silo that takes forage and all that sort of stuff. I hate to speed things up and be just, you know, yeah, I might do that. Then I just keep bouncing around from different maps, doing the odd stream or the odd video whenever I feel like it. Might even go back and do some on a Stancil Apache. I have a map that I set up not long after 19 came out. I cheated a load of money and, you know, started on Farm Manager, put a load of buildings in, did all that sort of stuff, really got it set up and ready to be a big farm. And I've done some stuff on it, but I haven't done anywhere near as much as I wanted to do. That's quite a fun map. I was enjoying playing that. I've actually had to delete it because I've run out of space to store the map. But of course I've still got the save, so. Yeah, just do odd sessions on odd maps. Not worried about so much the progression and developing and building the farm, but just doing different things. Whoa. Yeah, especially combining that with doing, you know, the odd Trains and World. I'm going to start doing the odd Trains and World stream as well. I did one last week, Friday, because the new Tees Valley Line map came out, which is awesome. I love that, so I'll be doing more of that. And I'll be doing them as streams because most of the scenarios are an hour, and it's really difficult to edit a video down to an hour. Because actually by the time I've done it, they'll be longer than an hour. So I'm going to do those, and there's some of the other packs as well. But the scenarios are an hour, but one of them 75 minutes, so they're right for stream. So I'll be doing those because I do want to get through those, and I enjoy doing them on screen. It's fun. But there are a few other ones I still do short videos on, but it does mean I've sort of try to squeeze that in as well. So yeah, we'll slightly change the way we do the farming. New wood chard I'm doing at the moment doesn't seem very popular anyway. So one more lot? Yeah, one more lot. Oh, because it's 24, not 30. I keep thinking this trailer takes 32 bales. I have no idea why I keep thinking it takes 32 bales. It only takes 24. Well, that's fine. Last one then. Hopefully the baler's not done the same thing as it did last time. We will see. So I don't fancy unloading these so that they're pointing down the hill. I suppose I don't have to, do I? Loop round. Ooh, just. Right, I'm going to pick up everything else that we've already baled as well while we're here. Then we'll come back, we'll do some wrapping. How's the work getting on while we're waiting for that to come back? Oh, pretty good. And good, very little mist apart from around the edges, so that's actually really good. There'll be bits I'll need to do before we get him done on going on 15, but that's okay. Again, it makes sense to pick up these bales so that we've got the ones that are at the top of these rows out of the way. So we're now going to start baling all the main rows. Ooh, mustn't forget a screenshot. I always forget to do a screenshot when I'm doing a stream. I get too engrossed in it. It's nice to have a nice screenshot thumbnail. I'll eventually get around to putting on the video. Still a bit dark in the shadows at 8 o'clock in the morning. Whoopsie, wasn't ready. Yeah, I'm still not sure how I managed to miss windrow in that bit. Very strange. There we go, we're done. Right, is that all of them? Yeah, of course I did these ones around this corner, didn't I? Right, we can fold that arm back up a minute then. May as well take it over to this end. We'll jump back in the New Holland and leave this at the bottom here ready to go for the next lot of bales. Oops. Now then, where had we missed some? Looks like we got most of this bit actually. I can see some patches just coming up here. Oh, there's one. Right, that's where it kind of starts then. So I thought I might as well run up here and pick up some more bales on the way back up, and then we'll do some wrapping. One thing about doing this is at least if you do it in stages you can keep it varied, which is quite fun. So just finish this row. Things when I plough out this field is what I do with this bit. Swing around, get ready for the next one. And let's wrap. Having kept a very close eye on our worker who's doing a pretty good job. Get that there a second. Switch that on. Unfold it. Now my perception of depth with this thing isn't great. Here we go. But I do love this. The X-Tractor from the Anderson DLC. It's a great piece of kit. So I get the hybrid at some point and we'll move to square bales. But I do love the round bale collector. It's such a great piece of equipment. But I've used it quite a lot now, so yeah, maybe we'll do that. Come out. Oops. Sometimes it just takes the bale straight off the bike automatically. I'm not sure. I haven't really figured out what it is yet that makes it do that. It's quite helpful. It's a little unrealistic, but it does make it easier. But at least we've got nice spikeable bales this time instead of completely solid ones that you can't put a spike through. Which is a bit of a relief. Glad that was a one-off. I need to replough this field. This won't be great for compaction. That's fine because I need to plough the rest of it anyway. In the chat this morning, everybody must be having breakfast. I'm a little bit later than I usually am in the morning. Late night last night, and distinct shortage of sleep. Whoopsie, during the week. Tube is coming along nicely. Our sausage of silage. So I'm not sure this is necessarily any more efficient than using an individual bale wrapper, but it's so much more fun. Oops, missed. I missed again. What was wrong? Cope's alright with bales, but we could really do with that rear weight. It was a great thing someone made for telehandlers. Oh, there you go. 17. Hasn't come back yet. I don't know if it's planned to. That was a genius mod. actually what we could do is go and clear out the sheep and the cows again, just to break it up a little bit. I'll come back and do some more of this later. Probably going to stop in about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I'll say it's been a bit slow in the chat this morning. Take that one off there if I can. There we go. Brilliant. Right, switch this off. How's Mr. Worker doing? Still going, but doing a pretty decent job. And we could also how much milk we got? 6,485 litres. Nearly time to get a new milk tank up. Now the question is, where is the small bucket? I'm assuming it's in here. Okay. Or did I leave it in the cowshed? Oh. That doesn't actually tell us a lot, does it? Some little yellow dots about the place. Oh, it's there, look. Oh, it's gone and drove straight past it. Jeez. Oh, so I still don't have... Oh, okay. Well, fine. I hadn't realised, so I actually still don't have something really that I can use for manure for the pigs, for the cows rather. So I could get a manure fork. Or what you can now get, and actually of course we had the CeeZee pack come out. I'm not sure I've downloaded it yet. Yeah, we had the CeeZee pack come out, and a whole load of adapters that you can use. So if you've got something that's front loader specific, you can use it on a telehandler or a front or a wheel loader and all sorts. So missing, not picking up much. So that might be worth looking at, that pack at some point. It's a little bit too low. Gives a bit more variety. I think for today, if we do the feed first, just to clean them up, then we'll go to the sheep feed area, and then we can sort out the manure. Could even get the large bucket actually, given it's 7,000 litres. There we go. Look at the sheep. How are we going for wool actually? I also moved another couple of... Oh yeah, we've got one full. So that would now be 6 on our trailer. So we're actually doing really well for wool. Might buy some more sheep actually. We could do that. Got a bit of money. Though of course I am thinking about, if I'm going to be here for a little bit longer, need to, if I plough out field 19, I'll need to buy another field to use for grass. So I need to bear that in mind as well. And there are various options around, all of which are quite tempting. Though actually from the scheme of, if I was going to be here for longer, I know which one I'd do, so probably just go with that. Not that necessarily will be long enough to take advantage of it, but it's a good enough reason. So, curiosity, that would be field 16. How much? Wow, that would pretty much wipe us out, but actually by the time we've A, got our crops in, sold some of those, and B, sold all the silage we're creating, that should be okay. You know what, while we're here, let's swap this over for a second. Oopsie. Not easy doing this. Getting these pallets out of here, but I'll tell you what, it's a lot easier with a telehandler than it ever was with a tractor and front loader. No, I was hoping I might be able to persuade it to slide down a little bit, but I guess not. In which case, for some reason, that'll be why. No steering control. Okay, that's better. There we go. Thank goodness for four-wheel steering. Very good. We'll try and keep up with that. It's a lot easier when there's only one to be picked up. Keep it clear. And the trailer is filling up very nicely. So before we go and clear out the manure, it's what, 2 more on the back of there, so another 6. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6. The price is good, we'll go sell it. If not, we'll start double stacking. Call out now for a screenshot. Or maybe that one. We'll see. Well, you'll know before I do. So we'll see how much we need at the greenhouses. I've then got 2 options. I either keep the manure and use it very occasionally for fertilising fields, because I will never have enough to fertilise these fields properly, or actually sell it to the biogas plant and convert it into slurry, into what, DasAlex rather, and get a little bit of money for it, which actually might be the better thing to do. I know I've got a slurry spreader, but which I can use it. I'm using it for lime, so I don't. It'd be nice to use it for both. I don't have to. That's full. I think I might have left a little bit down the middle between these greenhouses, so let's use that up first. It looks like we make more than enough in a day from the cows anyway to keep the greenhouses topped up, so I don't need an extra amount here. Yep, it's full. Way more than enough. Could just get some greenhouses, of course. That might be part of it. It'd start to get a little bit, starts to get quite steep, that field. It'd start to get a little bit tricky. Put any more in, but yeah, we'll see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to shut this gate. for now we'll tip this in here. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Not quite all in one go. One more load. And snag of doing a 1 hour stream at ×1 at this time of the morning is still quite shadowy. Sorry Cal, you started it. There we go. You know what, I'm going to start building this up. May as well put it right the way to the back. And there we go. So, cows and sheep cleaned out. I will have to go and do the pigs and chickens as well at some point. And depending on how long we're going to be here for, I might need to think about feeding them as well. We'll see. See how things go over the next week or so. Where we get to. Right. I'll go wash this bucket. Actually, that gate open, the cows are separated off and everything. Shovel, bucket, whatever you want to call it. Actually going to need to do some repair work on this as well today, aren't we? But it's alright for the moment. There we go, all clean, ready for the next time we need to clean out the feed areas. Good. Right, well, I think I'm going to call it a day. I know it's a relatively short stream, but yeah, it started a bit later and I've got to go and get on with some other things, sadly. But I hope you've enjoyed this anyway. If you did, don't forget likes and subscriptions, very much appreciated. Please ignore the cat. Hello cat. And otherwise I'll see you back probably on here next time, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully very soon. I'll see you then. Bye for now.